It's funny, I was just thinking about the phone. They want us to be alchemists on the phone, but not in real life. They want us to talk to the phone, but not through our minds and to each other. They want us to pay our taxes, to pay for what? Living under this world? In this world? I want us to realize that we are greater creative forces than we believe. Things like Tai Chi and Qigong, that's something to look into. Why? Because there is energy that is transmitted that can be seen and felt. And there are documentations on certain masters that have done things that are very wild, especially like messing with energy. Things kind of like Aleister Crowley, things to look at there as well. Basically speaking, for someone who's come from the public and has noticed that there's a whole underground of esoteric knowledge that we haven't been taught. Things like remote viewing, which is, I feel, just another aspect of astral projection, as we're basically calling it the same thing, just in different ways, being semantical. Over the course of time, you see that there's a kind of like a X-Files type of history. I mean, that's probably why X-Files were so popular back then when looking at history. And like there's weird stuff that's happened all over across the globe. Like whether or not you've seen it or not, or have experienced or not, that's up to you. Some people, you talk to one person, they'll say, "Oh, I don't believe in that hokey pokey stuff. Spooky wooky," or whatever they say. Those types of people, the spooky wooky kinds. Or they don't believe in hocus pocus. They don't believe in practical magic. They don't see anything that's unordinary. And some of those people exist. And man, I have got to say, that's got to be one sort of mundane type of thought processing. Because you don't see the magic that's out here. And I love having this discussion sometimes with people. I guess I'll put it in this direction too. Like, just the miracle of things, how they exist. To me, it's a miracle. Whether you say it's through evolution or through creationism, that's up to you. But to me, that this place logically shouldn't be. It's irrational. It's it doesn't have any discernible logical rationality to it. The fact that anything exists, to me, is a miracle. Like, things should be like Mars. I thought I saw a light source. I'm in the deep of the woods. I'm just looking around, boy. It's starting to rain. Man, it's been crazy ass thunder. But back to what I was saying. Hearing shit and seeing lights, but in the middle of the dark in the woods right now. Trying to talk to my phone. Anyway, my point was, excuse me, there should be nothing. Okay? Sorry, I built that up. Let me go back a little bit. Logically, there shouldn't be anything, in my opinion. In my, not in my opinion, but my ability to comprehend what reality is. Is it a supercomputer? Is it that God exists? Is that it's Jesus and all the other deities around? Whatever your religion is it them? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, to me, it could be Jesus, or it could be Moses, or it could be Muhammad, or it could be like Buddha, or it could be like all of the other types of deities. Like we could all be getting it wrong too. Like, I don't know. Like, it could be aliens. Some people believe that. And I wouldn't put that past us. Like, I wouldn't put anything past us at this point, because to me, there shouldn't be anything. Okay? I shouldn't be able to be talking or walking or speaking or thinking. That for something from nothing to occur is a miracle. Now, other people say, well, it's just always been this way, okay? Or they say God has always been here and has been the creator, and that the universe has always been, or that there's been a big bang and then that's when it started, at least. But that doesn't make any sense. And you're going to tell me you can neither create energy or destroy energy, then what is the big bang? That saying that you can't create energy or destroy it doesn't make sense either. Because then what is the bang that happens that broadens the scope of the universe with all of the energetic forms that come from it? You're pulling energy out of thin air. Are you fucking kidding me? Where is it coming from? Where is it being fed to you by another source? Like, where's the beginning of time? Like, how did whatever you call it God, how did God rip itself through the cracks of time and enter into an existence where he has the ability, or she has the ability, or it has the ability, or they have the ability, or whatever it was, has the ability to now create things? And even if it's not God, let's say it's something like us, like aliens are doing it, and that life just came out of nowhere, grew from a rock, underneath a rock, and that evolution spawned all of the infinite intelligences that ever existed. Holy God. That is a miracle, though. That doesn't make sense. Where is it coming from? Like, there's got to be other things that spawn other things. Like, you're just going to tell me energy just, like, ripped itself through the void and is like, fuck nothingness. I'm going to come out and I'm going to... That's what happened to despite nothingness? Now, people don't think that conversation, or having nothingness, is moot, because there is what is. And I agree, because that's why I think it is such a fucking miracle. Because everything found a way to exist. And that is amazing. It truly is. Because logically, there shouldn't be anything. So the fact that there is almost everything is in fucking insane. And it's beautiful. And who is to say that even if whatever is behind everything is what it is, I wouldn't put it past existence to make what we create, or what is creating us to exist. And meaning, I'm trying to say, these entities, because there is so much here, these godlike creative forces, and there's some sort of force here. Don't tell me there's not. If you're an atheist, I just want to cry for you. Because we didn't make this. Do you remember the point in humanity when we made ourselves? Now, what some people will say is that spirit made itself. Spirit made an ability to exist in this type of form. And that's what I can understand that, because and that's what's making us create our reality. And that I also see that most of this, like on a quantum level, doesn't truly exist. It's all photonic. There's only a very finite mark that makes everything tangible in a physical sense. And our bodies, in my opinion, are the vessels that spirit uses to interact with third dimension. Spirit exists in its own form, and I wouldn't put it past what this entity is, or what these entities are, what we are, what entities are, spiritual entities are, that exist in other planes of realms of existence, that it's similar to this. I feel like this is more delicate than anything because of how everything is formed. But truly, it all has its energy to it. Like, even if it's all photonic, it's operating through that ghost-like form. Like, in reality, in my opinion, reality is more ghost-like than it is tangible. When you rip the atoms apart and look at them, it's more of just a force. They're forces that bind reality together. Though part of those forces are part of the frequencies, sound vibrations, and electromagnetism, stuff like that. And light. Light is I would say, the biggest proponent of everything. Inherently, everything is light. So is it a projection then? When there is no sun, do we see anything? It's almost like if a tree falls in the woods, do you hear it? Well, if a tree falls in the darkness, do you see it? You heard it, but you didn't see anything. But does that mean that it can't be seen if you put casted light on it from a flashlight? I feel like that I'm grateful that anything and everything exists. And even though we deal with the light and dark aspects, that it is truly a miracle to be anything. And I'm grateful that there's so many things that exist and in so many different forms of itself. And that there was a God, that there is a God that is able to create different types of life forms, and also habitats, and also elements. Like, there's something out there that's doing it, and it's doing it to a very fine degree when it comes to especially the orientation from the sun and the earth, the orientation from the moon. Everything was done perfectly. We didn't do shit, okay? We didn't land here from another fucking star system and go, okay, let's put the sun here and put the moon there. And then we'll make all the trees, and then we'll put the water here, and then... No one did that. The culmination of what it took to get here, took millions of years. At least in our time. It probably maybe took them no time, because I feel like they don't operate through time. So they could fast forward and back up, and who knows what they are able to do. I say they. There is absolutely a force that is creative. I've seen things from outside of this world. So whether or not you're caught up, Mr. Mrs. Mundane, I don't know where you have been. Maybe you've been stuck in the 9 to 5 that we've all put ourselves in this grind. And why are we making ourselves live this way? Why, oh why? What are these wars that we fought all day? How many wars were fought today? If somebody killed somebody today. Oh yeah. There's 100% chance that someone died from someone else's hands today. And why? I don't like needless violence. I don't like this. You know, we've been conditioned to think that it's cool to kill each other. Think about that for a minute. We've been conditioned to think that it's cool to kill each other. Yep. And you want me to prove it? What about some of these movies that we watch? Right? Let's look John Wick and gun fu bullshit. Or whatever. Let's look at the war movies for a minute. And all that national pride, you know? Look at our pride for a minute. What the fuck is that? A lot of us are insecure, so we feel like we need to be doing the right thing. And so when we choose what we're doing, we hope it's the right thing. But how close is it? How close is it to the right thing? How close do you think it could be? You're taking the life of someone else? Or you are promoting it. You're enabling it. That's real sweet. How should this world and each other should we treat? How do we treat ourselves? What are we treating? How are we treating each other? Do you want me to shoot you? Is that what you want? Like, where is that coming from? We've created a lot of these arcane technologies, mechanisms, mechanics. Man, if there's anything that we ever created here, have we also learned how to create its destructive force? We've created the gun and we try to, what? Control people with it? Stop people with it? Why are we even trying to fight each other? Why did people come to this continent and try to become friends, but then treated them like enemies, like savages? Why are we treating each other with such barbaric ways? How many wars are we going to fight here before we stop and look at each other? Notice that we're all together instead of this separatist, difference making, line drawn, segregated world that we're trying to bring apart. That we're just ripping each other apart, and we're ripping our differences apart. We make fun and we mock each other all day. What is that bullshit? What kind of bullshit fucking world are we living in, honestly? Where we're just making fun of each other all fucking day. What world are we creating? Because this planet is fucking gorgeous. This planet's a part of the fucking kingdom of heaven. Excuse my language. It is. It's a paradise. We're in the middle of fucking nowhere. In fucking space. Flying through fucking space. If there were no planets, where the fuck would we be? We'd be floating in space like a fucking desert. You kidding me? This place is an oasis, and we treat it like a war zone. Like this place that we could just do it with whatever we want. And sure, it was given to us, in my opinion. If it wasn't, then why the fuck are we here? And look at how we're fucking acting, treating it. And each other. Just this bunch of toxic assholes running around most of the time. But there are good people here that keep a good sense to themselves. But there's also very passive-aggressive people. We've grown into this very complex negative side of ourselves, where we've been repressed and we can't even express who we are. Because if we ever do, then we'll be put and cast aside, especially if we're not aligning with the times and how people think and what they want you to say and what they don't want you to say. Ramblings of a madman, they say. Well, I'd rather be a madman than normal, I suppose. The mad are only insane because of an insane world. And what I just hope for is that we stop warring with each other. We stop allowing these tyrants to lead us into these directions. These people that we entrust so much with, the planet, basically. It's like Earth is a spaceship and we keep electing a captain and they keep running us into the ground. And then we fucking prop up a new leader and they just keep fucking hitting the ground. They keep running us aground. And we keep electing the same type of fucking captain. Captains around the place, around the whole planet. Different captains, different countries, different presidents, different leaders. What kind of leader do you think these leaders are, by the way, huh? When's the last time you actually saw a good leader? I can name a few good leaders. Last president I felt was a good leader was JFK. He wasn't perfect, but I felt, digging into some of the things that I feel that he was responsible for, you can see that the man was aligning with peace and love and truth. Mark Messier was a good leader. Michael Jordan was kind of a good leader. He was just a dominant force. But you see what different kinds of leaders could be. Martin Luther King was a good leader. John Lennon, I think, became parts, like in tidbits, became a good leader. A wise person, I feel. He became wiser in his days. These are the people that I would admire. For me, at least. Gandhi was a good leader. And then the story of Jesus. The story of different leaders in the Bible. Jesus himself. Moses was a good leader. Confucius was a good leader. Buddha was a good leader. Shiva was a good leader. Krishna. What the fuck are we doing? I'm tired of it. I don't even see how you could justify what's going on in parts of the Middle East. There's genocide that's been going on this planet, and it's needless. It's unnecessary. Let's stop treating each other like fucking dogs, like beasts. And let's look at how we treat the beasts of this world, too. We treat ourselves and each other like inhumane fucks. And then we treat the world and the plants and flora and the fauna in that manner. We allow people to do it. You may not personally be doing it, but you're allowing some asshole to do it. Trust me, you are. You keep riding this fucking system. You keep feeding the fucking system every fucking day. You're putting in your vote every fucking day for it. You keep riding your ass to work. You're fucking putting in your vote. That's what you're doing. That's it. You keep on that fucking path, and you're going to get fucking bit. And I'm not going to be the one to bite you, but I'm not going to be the one by your side either, because the way that these people are treating the world is egregious. Using people for their fodder, for their wars, causing mayhem, false flags, and fucking bullshit. Causing enemies, making fucking COVID the enemy, the unseen force. Soon they'll make the boogeyman the fucking enemy, and then it'll be a real fucking gag. President goes up one day and says, oh, we got the boogeyman, we have to worry about everybody. Yeah, thanks, asshole. Thanks, you're the fucking boogeyman. That's who you are. The fucking same asshole from the same industry keeps trying to tell us where we need to be. And I swear to you, they have no understanding to any fucking degree of where we need to be. What are we choosing to be here? We don't even know anything beyond what we know because we're so naive. And you think you're so smart. That's a really bad mix. How do you know when you are truly smart and when you are truly naive? Does stupid recognize stupid? Can stupid see stupid in itself? No, it can't, because it's dumb. It can't see stupid because it doesn't know what stupid is. But it still does as stupid does. Stupid does as stupid does, or whatever the fuck he said. Fuck stupid asshole. What'd he say? I think as stupid as stupid does. Didn't he say that? Whatever. They probably changed it. The fucking Mandela effect. You have people, in my opinion, if you go down the rabbit hole, traveling through time. There's a good chance that Trump's doing something with Tesla Tech. Tesla technology, and I ain't talking about his fucking wannabe Tesla technician fucking Elon Musk. No, I'm talking about actual Tesla, Nikola Tesla technology that his family has incurred over the years. I don't think he's a slimy fuck, that guy. That's all I gotta say. He abuses a lot of people. And he's abusing the whole country now, too. You think you're gonna go ahead and be along with the same fucking thing that we did when we were the Nazis? And make a goddamn ICE and start deporting people like that? Guess what was done like that before? Guess who did that before? Okay? It's the fucking Nazis. That's right. I said it before. The Nazis started to do that. And you know what happened after that? Is that if you didn't fall in line with the fucking Nazis, the Nazis were going to fucking kill your ass. And so you just fucking Heil Hitler, or, please remove your hats and pledge your allegiance to the flag, or for your national anthem, or whatever the fuck, and put your vote in as well, and make sure you pay your taxes to your government, or else we're gonna come in and seize all of your assets and make sure that you are put all this fucking shit and bullshit and nationalistic fervor. It's garbage. Fucking trash. The way we're treating this place is fucking trash. Okay? Trash. We're literally trashing it. I don't mean that either. I mean that in the most literal and actual sense of the word. Trash. So anyway. What is it? Species are dying every day too. The bees are being threatened. Oh man, you guys are doing real well, I tell you. You guys are doing real well. I feel like I just fucking landed here and I'm trying to help you out of your fucking situation, but you don't think that anything's wrong. And that's what's really fucked up. That's the most fucked up part. Is that you guys just keep going,
I think I'm gonna go and have myself a nice little hamburger tonight. Or I think I'm gonna go and get drunk and get high because my fucking life's miserable.
you know, whatever the fuck you're saying to yourself, whatever the fuck you're doing,
I'm gonna go and make $1 million on the stock market, and then we're gonna make drugs and boot them into the American healthcare system.
whatever the fuck you're doing, you know,
I'm gonna go and make sure that the Epstein files are closed and that no one can see them because I think I'm littered all throughout the fucking files that it would seem guilty if I was to release them.
you fucks. God. One person said, oh, the reason that we're not gonna release the Epstein files is because that if we did, the whole continuity of government may collapse overnight, and that people may riot in the streets because of their government. Listen, asshole, I would rather, and you hear me, you fucks, I want you to fucking hear me, I'd rather a pile of ash lead us than pedophiles. I'd rather it break down than pedophiles running amok. Because if you let pedophiles lead you, pedophiles give zero fucks about people. They're all about self-interest. You need to be when you rape a child. Because there is a very deep void of empathy that is no longer present or is repressed or whatever the fuck's going on. Those people don't need to be in office. They need to be in a fucking asylum. That's the only fucking White House they need to be in. Or any white building that they need to be in. Is a fucking asylum. Because that is devoid of empathy. And if you let that lead you, then what do you think they're going to feel about you? How do you think they feel about you? They don't care about raping a child. Do they give a fuck about raping you? No, they don't. How stupid would it be to let that continue? And you guys let it happen. You just let these guys happen. You let them fucking stay in. You don't even do shit. Nothing gets fucking impeached. What was the last fucking time? Nixon? Nixon, oh thank fucking Christ for that fucking cunt. Part of the JFK assassination. Bush Sr.'s little fuckboy. That's who Nixon was. Nixon, you know, Bush liked Nixon because Nixon tickled his asshole when he licked his balls. With his nose. He tickled Bush's asshole with his nose as he licked his ball sack. That's Nixon for you. Oh, I did much more than that. No. Yeah, you did. You took everyone's ball sack into your mouth, you fuck. Sorry, you know, I've been instructed to not to be too scornful. But that one kind of went out the window. But this side exists in me, and I am not going to repress it, because I am at discontent when it comes to humanity. I do not like anything that you're doing at all. Nothing. I haven't participated since 2008. Okay? Now, I've been forced to purchase a few things over the years, like food, because we haven't been able to make it ourselves. I have land to do it. But I digress. I haven't participated in your bullshit since 2008. Why is that? Because that's when I woke up. That's right. I've been aware of this shit since that point. Wish I was aware of it in 2001. What's crazy is that most people haven't, you know, the Zoomers, most of the Zoomers or the Gen Zs, they haven't experienced, they weren't even alive when that happened. And if they were alive, what were they, 97, right? 98, 99, 2000, 2001. If you were alive as a Zoomer, you were 4, which means you can't even comprehend nothing. You were still shitting your pants. Okay, so you better fucking listen up too, asshole. You don't know dick. And there's another thing coming that they're going to try to do. And they want you to be tagged like a dog. And they want to fucking have you in a position where they can completely control every aspect of your life. And if you need an update of what you think's going to occur with this type of demonic secret society, whatever you want to fucking call it, deep state bullshit, they want the Black Mirror fucking thing. They want the Black Mirror world, okay? Because they're headed in this militaristic, industry that, Eisenhower warned about, which, again, Zoomers and Alphas, if you're listening, you got to look back at history if you're going to want to proceed in this world. Because if you don't, it's going to bite you in the dick or the pussy or the ball sack, or it's going to bite you in the tits, or it's going to bite you in the fucking throat, or it's going to bite your fucking ass off, or something's going to bite you. Okay? Because if you don't learn from history, you're bound to repeat it. And that's where America is headed, in my opinion, is that we are creating the same types of elements that the Nazis did. And I can see, in my opinion, that there is a Nazi type of agenda that's going on here. Or if that's not what it is, hypothetically, that we repeat history as humanity goes forward in time. You can look at Rome, okay? I look at Rome, and I feel like we're repeating Rome as well, okay? And that there's similarities to Rome as well. And Rome and Germany and America and the like are similar. And there are functions that are also creating these collapses that I do believe are in Europe. Yeah. I'll call their names out, but I don't want violence anymore, And I don't trust the public either. Like, I don't trust anybody in this fucking place. The only person I trust in this fucking place is God, and that's about it. I barely trust myself. I can't trust myself. I'm smoking cigarettes. I smoke cigarettes. So if I told you who's really behind this stuff, like, we would go out and we would be like, well, let's kill him, like fucking January 6th or 9th or whatever fucking day it was, 7th or I forget. Oh, yeah, how many people died that day? We have got to stop killing each other. That's number one. Every time we kill someone, every time that happens on Earth, we set ourselves back. Okay? That's number one. We set ourselves back, and we got more work to do past the bullshit that we've already incurred. Did you know that Ghost Adventures, who watches that? Anyone? They went to many places, okay? They've been all over the place. The battlefields that have gone on there, you can still hear gunfire in those battlefields. Like, especially the Civil War, gunfire. Gunfire. So my point is that they're still fighting that war, in my opinion. That there is a big possibility that people are still fighting that war. And don't tell me that it's not, because you don't fucking know. I'm going to make that claim. My chips are on the fucking table. I'm making that claim, and I'm staying true to it. I don't care what anyone says about it, honestly. That there are so many haunted places. This land is fucking cursed. Like, we stole this fucking land from people and then sent them into the desert. Did you think that was going to work? Did you think that, like, no one was watching us do that? Do you think that we're not being watched here? Because God, trust me, is in everything, sees everything. Go and look at quantum mechanics again. Tell me about the double slit experiment. Tell me about how energy works. Tell me that there's not consciousness within energy. My chips are on the table. My bet is on the table. You can try to refute me all you want. But I don't give a fuck what you say. You think that this land was going to be blessed? You think that it wouldn't incur karma? You don't believe in karma? You don't think that you don't believe that there's what? Ghosts running around? People's lives taken from them? You don't even know where we are. Like, if we knew who we were, we wouldn't kill each other. If we knew what we were doing, we wouldn't kill each other. That's the whole thing. If you knew that if I killed this person, that would create a ripple in time that would send us into the deepest and darkest parts of our dark night of our souls. And it would infringe upon the laws of this place. Sorry. Went on a rant there. I'm not going to apologize, though, for it, because this is some of the stuff that's been weighing me. And all I'm looking for is humanity to get better at what they're doing. I just want us to be better, because what we're doing, what we're feeding into, what we're feeding our energy into, what we're feeding our choices into, is not headed in a good direction. And I'll tell you this. I know there's a God. You know why? Because there has been enlightenment coming here too through people. And whether or not you think that these people are not enlightened or not, they are smarter than they were in the previous generations, much wiser. There is a wisdom on earth making its way like it's the apocalypse. And I'm not saying the destructive kind. It's an apocalypse of a destroying of the ideologies that we've been killing ourselves by. And trying to see a greater aspect and greater light to things. There's a wisdom that is casting itself throughout this place. And that's how I know God's hand's a part of that. Because this place has been turned into so many evils. There are so many goddamn evils here. You have no fucking idea how bad it is here. This place is so out of balance. This place is so out of balance that I pray that light beings hold this place and lead us into the direction that we need to be led into. And that is about being the leaders and independent sovereign entities that we are. For ourselves, not be dragged through the mud by tyrants. Bid you a good day.